After the first date, it was almost like we just hit the ground running. Now we married.
My name is Bri.
My name is MarShawn, and I slid into her DMs.
I had no idea who he was, but I saw that we had mutual friends, so I said, oh, I must have met him somewhere before.
It was some trial and error.
I was getting hard eyes and stuff, and I would double tap it, but not really respond to anything. But there was one message he sent me, a daily prayer, and that's what really got me. And I was like, oh, you talking about the Lord? And then it was just one day I was like, you know what? I got time today. So I told him, I was like, if you have time, we can go on a date tomorrow.
I dropped everything. Made sure I made it to that date. I could tell she was probably a little nervous. She couldn't probably tell I was a little nervous. You know, basically two strangers. We talked here and there on the phone, but we didn't really know each other. And then we finally were able to sit down and eat, and found out we had a lot of the same sense of humor. You know what I mean? That we actually laughed together and joked together. So that was a plus. After like a drink or two, we were like, okay, we're good. At this time, I was going through ending another relationship. So it was a little gap in between that, and I had to be honest with her moving forward. So I had to drop a bomb on her, which was I had a baby on the way.
Initially, I thought he was joking. At the time, I had a 1.5-year-old, so I had a son. He had to say he was serious like 3 or 4 times. Surprisingly, I don't know, something in me was just like, okay, that's fine. I could deal with that. You're being honest with me.
So she gave me that chance. So after that, we didn't stop. After the first date, it was almost like we just hit the ground running, and now we married.
He asked me to be his girlfriend a week after our first date.
What separated her from anyone in my past was that she was actually willing to change and grow with me. A lot of people get stuck in their ways like, well, that's just who I am. Well, you can be better than that, you know what I mean? And she was willing to show me that she's willing to fight for this. Then I knew that I could put as much effort in this I want, because I knew it was going to get reciprocated.
He's been honest from day one, really. So anything I go to him for or any questions I have, I know that he's going to be honest with me. He loves my son. I couldn't ask for more than to actually love everything that comes with me.
She's able to pull me out of my shell. I'm very reserved. You know, I don't really do too much. I didn't anyway. Just being able to be as spontaneous as she is, I guess, to pull me out of my shell. You know, I think all that sums up her loyalty, her faithfulness, you know, all in one. It's just the reciprocation. It's like if I'm giving it, I know she's giving it back tenfold.
We met 3 years ago.
And the rest is history.